What if we could explore Japan through the eyes of children in 1925, where dragons guard railways, fruits wear human faces, and samurai rub shoulders with tourists in kimonos? Welcome to the Manga Ryokō Nihonzenzu, the manga travel map of Japan. Created nearly a century ago by artists Inoue Seiji, Nakamura Baisen, and Yokoyama Kei, this map is not your average atlas. It's a cultural kaleidoscope, a fantastical guide, a playful yet deeply informative portrait of Japan for curious young minds. In the rugged northeast, a proud samurai stands guard, perhaps a nod to the region's martial past. Beside him, a field of ghostly white faces, likely a folkloric representation of departed souls or Jizo statues protecting travelers. Just south of him, look closely, a giant teapot floats beside Mount Fuji. It's not surrealism, it's symbolism. These charming vignettes hint at regional specialties: tea culture, volcanic beauty, and local lore. Now let's meet one of the most striking figures on the map, a towering green-faced warrior in full armor, wielding an exaggerated scythe-like blade. But who is he? This is not a historical general, but a mythical or theatrical figure, possibly a kijin, a demon warrior common in folklore and kabuki plays. His expression is serious, but exaggerated, his presence more symbolic than literal. He may represent the spirit of the Tokai region's martial past, or perhaps he's a protector of the road, stationed along this section of the map, which features arrows flying past like ancient projectiles. Beside him stands a sturdy horse, clearly labeled as Chubu horse. Horses were essential to Japanese transportation and agriculture, and in this case, they also symbolize regional identity. The Chubu region in central Japan is where tradition, terrain, and travel converge. The vertical and horizontal inscriptions here add flavor, likely naming nearby places, shrines, or famous historical routes. These scrolls were essential narrative tools in pictorial maps, grounding the fantasy in real geography. Now, from the realm of warriors and folklore, we shift to something more intimate, deeply human. Here, a mother kneels in a soft yellow kimono, cradling a newborn child. This image may seem simple at first, but it's layered with meaning. The handwritten calligraphy beside her notes, Yikei no tsi tsunonitetsuo samu. Yoshi and his wife gave birth to their child in this place. She is said to be the wife of Minamoto no Yoshitsune, the tragic military hero of the 12th century. Her presence here roots local legend in maternal tenderness, a rare and touching inclusion in a map brimming with warriors, ghosts, and gods. As legend has it, Yoshitsune fled northern Japan after political betrayal. His wife, possibly Lady Shizuka, was said to have borne their child along the way, perhaps here, in this exact spot. The image evokes not just local pride, but the continuity of life through sorrow and struggle. Behind them, the symbolic red steam marks a famous onsen, hot springs dotted across the country on this map. Here, nature itself cradles the new family, offering healing, warmth, and story. In a map alive with fantasy and folklore, this quiet moment of motherhood reminds us Japan's story isn't just one of gods and generals, it's also made of mothers, memory, and the miracles of everyday life. Laced through this playful geography is a web of railroads. Each dotted line and station name was a real link to exploration, inviting children to imagine hopping a train to see samurai, festivals, or monsters. Published as a supplement in children's magazines, these maps weren't just entertainment. They were education wrapped in enchantment. They taught geography, folklore, economy, and pride through laughter and wonder. Almost 100 years later, the manga travel map still speaks to us. It reminds us that maps aren't only about directions, they're about identity, about how a country chooses to see itself and teach its next generation to dream. This was just one sheet in a massive 13-part wall map, together forming a whimsical portrait of early 20th century Japan, a true treasure of pictorial cartography, a national atlas told in stories, humor, and hope. Manga Ryokō Nihonzenzu, A Journey Through the Illustrated Heart of Japan, 1925.